you have lies not retracted or demonization not retracted. Something like Ron Paul, Bob Barr, Baldwin write letter to Mayak, report demonizing their supporters, and it needs to be in the first line. I'm doing editing even here on the air, ladies and gentlemen. It's insane. We're joined for the rest of the hour, and I apologize for getting him on late, but we started to have that state police officer on. But it's a perfect segue into this. He's Stuart Rhodes, created a great website. He's a constitutional lawyer, but masses of military and police have been saying they pledge to be oath keepers and not violate the Bill of Rights, Constitution, and to follow their oath. And it's when I read it, I said, this person has a deep knowledge of what's going on, because this is how I would have written it, probably better than I would have written it. So, Stuart Rhodes, thanks for coming on, sir.
Oh, you're welcome, and you're absolutely right. That was a fantastic segue. That officer is an oath keeper, and that's exactly what we are here to do, is to bring more men like that out. And most of the members of our organization don't use their real names, or we don't even want to know who they are, because just like that gentleman there just did, we want them to be able to continue in their job and continue doing the good work for the American people.
But because the federal government is so out of control and criminal, that's a sad testament that these officers don't even really have their own First Amendment to say they don't appreciate the country being destroyed.
That's right, and standing up and saying you might actually obey the Constitution could get you canned. So that's the world we live in right now. But you've probably been to our site. You can see the Florida testimonials we have in from veterans. Most of the veterans are not afraid to put their name on it, because they're no longer within reach of being punished for it. And they're standing up and saying, no, we're not going to do this. And the veterans are very important, because the veterans are there to teach the young bucks how to behave, to show them what they're supposed to be doing. And so that's our mission, is to remind them of their oath, to teach them what it was they swore an oath to defend, and then to steel their resolve to do what's right. And that officer is correct. You got to do that in advance. You got to do it ahead of time, so that when you draw your own lines in the sand and prepare yourself mentally to do what's right, and then you'll do it.
Absolutely. Just amazing testimonials on the site. What gave you the idea to create this, and how many people have come on the site and pledged in just a few weeks it's been up that they're going to stand by the Constitution and Bill of Rights?
Well, I was working in Congressman Paul's campaign here in Nevada. I used to work in his D.C. office, but I was so focused on the campaign. But about a year and a half ago, I had the idea that, what do we do next? And if this campaign is not successful, what's our next move? And my thought was, let's have our focus of effort be on the men with the guns. If you're going to have an awakening of 1 million people, say you're going to have a chance to awaken 1 million people to be constitutionalists, would you want to focus on the military? And those are the men who are supposed to be our guardians.
Exactly.
They're the guardians of the Republic. That's what they are.
Yes, if tyranny is going to come, it's going to come in the form of a uniform. The Ron Paul revolution has probably woken up. Even mainstream media says probably 20, 30 million Americans identify now. Imagine if we focused on the police and military. Game over for the New World Order. Go ahead.
Exactly, precisely. It's like maneuver warfare theory. You go to the rear of the enemy. You go to the heart of their strength. It's kind of like in the Lord of the Rings, how the Ring of Power. They think the Ring of Power is that these guys are going to do whatever they say. They think the oath is their ring of power. But it's not true. The oath is to the Constitution, and even more fundamentally, it's to the people. And so we're going to take that, right to Mount Doom, and toss it right up their chute.
Oh, man, that analogy is just pure gold. You are something special.
Well, let me tell you something. I write for SWAT Magazine, and here's what actually got me thinking about this. Is about a year and a half ago, I wrote a column, and in response to that column, we got a letter from a U.S. J.R. Ewell, Colonel, U.S. Army retired, and he said the Constitution and our Bill of Rights are gravely endangered today, and this community of military and veterans and law enforcement is where they will be saved, if they are to be saved at all. And he had the same insight you did, is look, they can't do it without those guys. Game over. It'd be like the end of the movie V for Vendetta. The military stands down, and there's nothing between the people and the vultures. Nothing. And that's what our goal is.
Well, police are going to lose their houses. They already are. They're going to lose their future in this New World Order.
That's right.
They're going to lose their Second Amendment.
Yeah, and their children will be indentured servants for the rest of their lives. That's right.
Yeah, the globalists have overplayed their hand. And I keep telling listeners, the phony churches on government payroll, I told you this a decade ago, now it's declassified, are telling you to stand down. So there's several rings of power. One is the police and the enforcers. The others is the churches. Got to take those back. Stay there, sir. We're going to tell folks how they can visit the Oath Keepers website when we come back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports, and they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633 or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos, look at their online catalog, or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food. In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Silver is mankind's oldest natural antibiotic. This very special mineral has been used for centuries by most cultures throughout the world. Utopia, Texas is home to a small but mighty supplement company called Utopia Silver, who offers colloidal products produced in distilled water without use of animal protein, nitrates, or saline solutions. Because our colloidal silver is made up of nano-sized particles, it can be better utilized at the cellular level, and germs can't mutate to be resistant like they can to modern-day antibiotics. Utopia Silver has a broad range of health supplements, including colloidal silver, gold, and copper, with a money-back guarantee on the colloidal products we produce. For 4 years, Utopia Silver has been fighting in the Texas courts against agencies that would steal our God-given rights of health care and freedom of speech. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA silver.com, or call 888-213-4338, 888-213-4338, and help us win this battle.
They railed against the crown. Another ragtag band. Declaring independence. They laid their bodies down in a bloody war. For liberty for their descendants. Look in the mirror. That's you. That's me. Thanks to the renegades, we're free today. Thanks to the renegades, we're free today. Thank God for the renegades and the lives they lead. Far ahead of their time. Without the renegades, Lord knows where we'd be. When it comes to heroes, renegades are mine. And going back to the Mordor analogy, you have the tower, the mountain of power with the all-seeing eye with its armies moving across the world, but right here in its command base, right here in Empire U.S., it is distracted, looking everywhere for the ring. That's what this MIAC report is they're counting on the police and military being Uruk-hai or orcs. or black ships from the east. They're planning on them going along with this evil and being seduced by the dark side, by being played and manipulated and maneuvered into war with the American people as they destroy their own futures, as they burn their own beds, their own nest. It's going to fail. It is going to fail. You have to first believe that and know that and reach out to the police and military now so they understand and educate them. Waking up one police officer or one active duty military